warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am MIRA YULIANTI, student from Family Welfare Education, Padang State University. And here I will try to speak English and the topic, the history of fashion. In the beginning, humans didn't wear clothes. A 2013 study from University of Florida concluded that humans began wearing clothes about 170,000 years ago. At the time, early humans who came from Africa traveled and explored to Europe, which had cold weather. This makes humans find clothes to save themselves from cold weather. Later, early humans began to make wools and weapons from materials such as stone and wood that were used to hunt fairy animals. Seeing the skin of these animals, early humans asked it to make primitive clothes and wrap themselves in it to warm the body. Not only wrapping around the body, they also began to make holes to lay the head in. Early humans also began to find ways to make sharp tools to perforate animal skins that would be tied together with thin strips of animal skins. Since 27,000 years ago, humans began to move from animal skin to textile. The first fabric created was felt. Since then, humans started weaving to create textile. Then, around 5,500 BC, ancient Egypt started producing linen, while the Chinese are thought to have started creating silk since 400 BC. After that, fashion began to develop, ranging from simple clothing in the Greece, Egypt, Rome, and Byzantine, like calasiris, senti, chiton, peplus, himation, chlamys, tunic, and toga. The invention of corset, gorget, gibbons, cotardes, and houppelane, which became known as dress in the Middle Ages. In the 16th century, women wore long dress with sleeves, undergown, and camisole. Trend fashion in the 17th century was marked by loss of lace and wide strips, which were replaced by high waistline, as well as the emergence of the trend of wigs. 18th century was characterized by dress with low chest and corsets that were dropped to enlarge the chest, as well as body-fitting chest, which is usually used by men. In 19th century, fashion has gigant arms or goat legs that are shaped like the hind legs of the sheep, and the discovery of a night jacket. While the development of fashion in Indonesia began in 1920. In 1920 until 1930, Indonesia was still under Dutch rule. Usually, Indonesian people wear a kebaya complete with cloth and a scarf that is long. In 1950, Indonesian fashion trend began to move since the appearance of senior designer Peter Sai into the world of Indonesian fashion. The designs are mostly aligned strips, making the look edgier. In the 1980s, Indonesia began to show significant developments. At this time, fashion in Indonesia began to vary, starting from dress, shirt, even clothes that are quite sexy. 1990 is most successful period in Indonesian fashion world. At the time, denim and plaid shirt became one of the icons. In the 2000s, at the beginning, it was still influenced by the 1990, namely denim and shirt. In 2010, many innovations have sprung up, likewise with various brands, especially local brands owned by Indonesia. Fashion is no longer seen as something that is not promising in the present, quite the opposite. Okay, that's all I can say on this occasion. Thanks. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.